Jakarta's plan for 2010 to 2030 offers a very good example of incorporating risk reduction into long-term spatial planning. Dar es Salaam has taken a similar approach to upgrading slums and providing for basic services. Second, the task force report points out that investments in building capacity for better urban planning and management can strengthen the resilience of cities. When cities mainstream climate change concerns within local government, they can improve the delivery of basic services and reduce the vulnerability to climate and disaster risk. Some cities have already taken important steps. Mexico City was the first in Latin America to launch a local climate change strategy, and Sao Paulo has established one of the first interdepartmental municipal cabinets on climate change. Third, the report underscores that the best way to find local solutions is by involving the local community. For example, a participatory community-based approach was used to improve water and sanitation conditions in Quilimon, Mozambique, a city where a majority of the population lives in neighborhoods that have been prone to flooding. Iloilo province in the Philippines launched an innovative community-driven project in 2009 to help address the problem of disaster risk management at the local level. These actions will provide significant resources from a variety of sources, both public and private. The bank group has had considerable experience both in leveraging investments in cities as well as sharing knowledge and learning across countries and continents. 3 years ago, we launched the idea of a new concessionary climate investment fund project to help developing countries to leverage other financing to address climate change priorities. We're able to raise about $6.4 billion for the climate investment funds, and they've catalyzed over $50 billion in total climate finance. For example, our Clean Technology Fund scaled up financing for demonstration, deployment, and transfer of low-carbon technologies with significant potential for long-term greenhouse gas emission savings. The fund is now supporting transitions to more efficient mass transit systems in major cities around the world, including Bogota, Cairo, Mexico City, Manila, Cebu, Bangkok, Hanoi, and Ho Chi Minh City. In Bangkok and in Mexico City, and in Morocco and Tunisia, the World Bank used these climate investment funds for major energy efficiency, renewable energy, and urban transportation projects that provide services to the poor while also reducing greenhouse gas emissions. We're helping finance urban mass transit in Mexico City and Cairo, solid waste management and retrofitted buildings for energy efficiency in Bangkok. In addition to these climate investment funds, we're learning how best to design public-private partnerships that can help attract private finance for cities. The bank group's private sector arm, the International Finance Corporation, or IFC, has been attracting private finance to cities while supporting renewable energy and other vanguard green technology. IFC has invested in more than 100 related projects, including wind power in Mexico and Azure power in New Delhi, where solar power is now being generated and added to the local grid. City-to-city emissions trading and use of emissions reductions offers another financing option. And the World Bank today is trying to learn from Tokyo, which is rolling out a citywide emissions system. Our World Bank Institute has partnered with the C40 to build capacity to tap other sources of carbon finance for Dar es Salaam, Jakarta, Sao Paulo, and Quezon City. Each city is developing a Clean Development Mechanism, or CDM, pilot project. Dar es Salaam and Sao Paulo are working on waste management, Quezon City on energy efficiency lighting, Jakarta on urban greening. The bank group is supporting Amman, Jordan to pilot newly developed citywide approaches to carbon finance. Now, tomorrow we'll have an opportunity to talk more about some of the practical experience we've gained. But today I want to emphasize that we hope our new Memorandum of Understanding with the C40 will allow us to identify more opportunities for sources for concessional finance, carbon finance, innovative market and risk management instruments, and private sector investments. We're also cooperating with UNDP to help develop a website so all of you can see the climate finance options, and now with a customization to provide specific information on cities. I think what the C40 represents is something we've learned that cities can best learn from one another. So the bank group will try to foster that exchange, including through the development of an urban risk assessment framework and by sharing new tools that we learn from you and others. We're going to have an urbanization knowledge platform, a new pilot that's based on some of the feedback that you've given us to generate and share cutting-edge knowledge areas and critical topics such as urbanization, green growth, and ICT. We hope that our urbanization knowledge partnership will bring together cities, policymakers, researchers, and NGOs around transformative issues through knowledge exchange and, importantly, peer-to-peer learning. With climate change and sustainable development as the core pillar of this partnership, the key concept we're trying to bring is to convene, connect, create, and customize knowledge. These new platforms for information reflect a broader change in how the World Bank hopes to serve the public. We have a new open data, open information, open solutions initiative that opens to the public, free of charge, over 7,000 data sets, some dating back for decades. With the guidance of all of you and the C40, we can better tailor your access to our experience and the knowledge gained by other cities around the globe. The threat of climate change has produced its own technical language. But behind all the jargon, what does climate change really mean? It can mean that cities are seizing the opportunity to become leaders in achieving a low-carbon future. It can mean creativity and innovation to seek new ways to harness the power of markets. It can mean reaching out to others and forming partnerships to share experience, learn from others, and push out the frontiers of our knowledge. For centuries, cities have been the birthplace of some of mankind's greatest ideas. It's no stretch of the imagination to believe that cities will take the lead in overcoming climate change. So I want to thank all of you for your leadership and your commitment, and assure you that the World Bank Group will be a strong partner as we go forward together. Thank you.